Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play Out of the Park Baseball 26 with the St. Louis Cardinals. Release date is today. I always treat this day like a holiday. If I was working, I would take the day off, but since I'm unemployed, I guess I'm taking the day off anyway. So we're going to jump in. My goal today is to record a couple of videos. So this is video number 1. It'll be let's meet the team, look at some of the new features that we can look at before the season starts. And then that'll be that. So yeah, episode 1, guys, as always, leave the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave me a comment below. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Aaron. I've been doing Out of the Park baseball content since COVID, like everybody else. Started a podcast and started doing stuff like that during COVID. I started recording Out of the Park baseball videos. I've been on a bit of a hiatus over the last year or so, but I am back, at least for the time being. So let's jump in and let's do this. Yeah, let's just jump in and do this, as my phone is beeping right off the bat. Nope. All right, so we are going to play as the St. Louis Cardinals. Thing that I liked about the Cardinals is that there's literally a couple of pieces that you can build around, and then from there it's basically a complete rebuild. And they've got some money, so I figured it might be a fun way to try to rebuild it. So let's start, I guess, with the game settings. We'll take a look at that. So let's see. We'll just kind of go along the bottom here. So I moved. Oh, I didn't move. I got to do it. I've started like three or four different games here over the last 24 hours or so. So I can't remember what I did in every save. I'm interested to see how, because if you look at the Athletics Stadium, it actually lists their capacity at 14,000. So I'm curious how that's going to affect their money. We might have to give them an influx of cash, but I'll deal with that down the road. Rules, the only thing I change here is I allow trading of injured players. I move AI trading frequency down to low. All this remains the same. Financials, I don't change it. Oh, I do. I'm going to change the inflation down to 0%. I don't want to be dealing with $70 and $80 million contracts down the road. Options. I have automatic evolution of the league. I am going to turn off minimum service. That jacks with finances when they remove a year of service that's necessary. I changed the start date of the Rookie League, the Arizona League, and the Florida Complex to June 4th rather than May 4th. On May 4th, if you starts on May 4th, the season's over by the time your draftees come in. So this way they at least get some playing time. Let's see, what else did I do? Did I do anything else here? I don't think so. I changed the award names, but that's, whatever. Players, didn't change anything there. Didn't change anything here. AI settings, I have trading difficulty all the way up. I think I'm going to play with hard mode off. If you guys would like me to try to do this hard mode on, let me know, and I'm happy to do so. But right now, hard mode is off. I changed the evaluating settings. I think it was 60, 20, 15, 5, I think is how it's set up. I've got it set to 40, 30, 25, and 5. So the stats that the players put up will have more of an impact on their value. Face gen, obviously, baseball cards off. I have player personality on. Development lab size is 10. I am going to ask the display lab to specific ratings changes in the completion email so I can see exactly what changed. Maybe not quite realistic, as that's more of an under the hood thing. You can't say that, this guy's arm has gone from a 65 to a 70 or whatever, but, for the purposes of this, I think it's fine. And then global settings, 20 to 80, values of 5. We'll save once a month, and I think that's it. I think those are all the different settings that I have. let's take a look at the team. So let's start with the offense, I guess, just because that's really where the talent, the talent that we have, that's where it's located. From a catching perspective, we have Ivan Herrera, who is 24 years old, he's got a cup of coffee, a couple of years, and then last year was his first full exposure, and he hit pretty well, 300, pretty good defensive catcher. The framing's not great, but he's all right. Pedro Pages, is it Pages? Decent enough backup catcher. First base, we got Wilson Contreras, who moved to first base from catcher. So in theory, we have another catcher there we can use if we need to. But Wilson Contreras is our starting first baseman. He's had a couple of okay seasons, but again, those ratings are based as a catcher. As a first baseman, these numbers probably won't fly. He's got a really garbage contract. Lucan Baker is his backup, power hitter, not much else. Second base, we have Nolan Gorman, who's going to play every day at second. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. I don't know if the contact doesn't go over 45, he's never really going to be a viable everyday player. I mean, he needs to. I mean, defensively, he's not good enough to justify a 200 batting average or 220 batting average or whatever at second base. So we'll just have to see there. Brendan Donovan, utility guy, can play everywhere. Kind of like that. Gave the Cardinals 3 WAR last year. He's good defensively all over the diamond, so he'll be a useful piece. Thomas Sagis, just 22 years old. Backup second baseman, doesn't really have the range or the arm to play anywhere else, even though he's listed as a second, third, and shortstop. Kind of meh. Excuse me, Arenado over at third. Still very good defensively. The bat is still not bad, especially against lefties. Contract, it's not. I mean, I know in real life they're trying to trade him, but I don't know. I mean, those are pretty good ratings for a third baseman. So maybe we keep Arenado. I don't know. And then we get into some of the actual talent on this team. Mason Wynn is going to be an absolute stud over at short. High work ethic. He's not even close to fully developed yet. Yeah, he's going to be good. Lars Nootbaar will be our leadoff hitter with that 80 batting eye. So yeah, he'll be our starting left fielder. He's got some. Doesn't even really have, his splits aren't bad, so he can bat leadoff against both lefties and righties, which is great. Alec Burleson. Yeah, I mean, the bat's okay. Hit 21 home runs a year ago, but he's bad defensively. Good against righties, pretty good against lefties. So, I mean, he's a decent enough bat. Michael Ciani, a good defensive outfielder. He'll be our starting center fielder. He's got some speed. He can play defense. It's fine, right? Out of a center fielder, speed and defense is what you're looking for. Anything else is a plus. And Jordan Walker is our other, I don't know what you call it, stud or other young player that we'll be leaning on. He and Mason Wynn. So Walker will be out in right field. Good enough arm to play right. The bat still coming along, but he should be a good. So we got a couple of 22-year-olds in here that are going to sort of hopefully lead this team. Pitching, on the other hand, it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, I mean, our opening day starter is probably Sonny Gray. I mean, he was good last year, put up 4 WAR. $35 million for a 36-year-old Sonny Gray. Cardinals, what are you doing? Okay. I mean, he's probably our opening day starter for what it's worth. Eric Fetty. Picked him up midway through the season last year from the White Sox. Yeah, he was okay last year. He was the one who was in, the KBO. Yeah. We got Michael McGreevy, a 24-year-old. He throws 93 to 95, but he's a control guy. Had a really solid cup of coffee with the Cardinals last year. Just 24, so maybe he develops, maybe he doesn't. Miles Mikolas doesn't walk anybody. That's his shtick. 25 walks in 171 innings. He's been around a while. He has been. He's 36. Look at that. He missed the 15, 16, and 17 seasons, and then in typical Cardinal fashion, 18 and 4. Then Andre Palante. Yeah, we don't have a lot of strikeout guys on this rotation at all. At least Palante is an extreme ground ball guy. Ryan Helsley at the back half of the bullpen, maybe a trade piece. His contract is up after this year. Steven Matz, the former Met. $12 million this season. Woof. Ryan Fernandez, former Red Sox farmhand. How did they get him from? Oh, was that? Oh, they got him in the Rule 5. Okay, all right. They had a pretty good year for him last year. John King, a lefty, former Ranger. Is he's kind of a loogie, but that's fine. Ryan Lautos, meh. Not a lot of talent on the pitching side of things. Kyle Leahy is just a guy. Matthew Liberatore was a highly touted prospect, but has sort of fallen off over the last couple of years. Now just a reliever, and then Jojo Romero, 28 years old. I mean, looks all right. 50, just the definition of average. Yeah, our pitching staff is rough. For sure. That's where we're going to have to try to invest some money. And we got to invest. Yeah, I mean, we're not a very good team. Financially, we've got $131 million payroll. $18 million left this year, $71 million for extensions. Fan interest of 49. That should go up relatively quickly. We've got a lot of money in scouting and development, which is good. In fact, I may dump more into that because I don't think we're going to sign anybody. Fan loyalty is great. Market size is very big. So really all it's going to take is probably one good season to bring people out. From a salary perspective, yeah, Mikolas, Matz, Helsley, Fetty are all off the books next season. Contreras is a contract that I wouldn't mind getting rid of, and then just sticking Luke and Baker at first or something like that. Or if we can find a better left fielder, we can move Nootbaar to first. So financially, we've got these 3 bad contracts. Well, I would say one bad contracts again. Contreras' numbers are good. 123 OPS 2 years ago, 136 last year, 848 OPS last year, 136 OPS plus, 3 WAR in just 84 games. These numbers are really good as a catcher. As a first baseman, not so much. So, even that being said, you saw we had plenty of money for extensions, which means potentially for free agency. So I'm not terribly worried about how much money we're going to have. From a prospect perspective, it's also not great. All right, I'm in. I was in a different league as I was setting the schedule. Yeah, we've got one prospect in the top 100. It is a pitcher named Quinn Matthews, and that's good. I mean, we need pitching. So to have a pitcher in the top 100 is good. But yeah, the prospects aren't there. So it's gonna be a bit of a grind, I think, for a couple of seasons. I think we probably play close to 500 ball, given that's the way the roster is situated. But I'm not terribly excited about this season. We got Sem Robert. I mean, looks like he's as good as some of the stuff we've put out there, so maybe. Anybody in Double-A? We got J.J. Weatherhold. He was our first-round pick last year. Second baseman. That might not be bad if we end up moving Gorman to third. Weatherholt is... he's going to hit for contact. He's not going to hit for a lot of power, but he's going to hit for high contact. So Weatherholt is somebody whose promotion we will disable. Max Rajcik. He looks all right. We'll do the same thing with him. Let's go over here and do this with Quinn Matthews as well. Not that the AI would send him down, but 19-year-old in high A ball. I mean, he pitched fine in A ball last season, so I guess we can do that. Chen Wei Lin. Where did they get him from? Just as a free agent? Yeah, I mean, again, looks pretty good, potentially. Yeah. He was really good in A ball, so high A ball, get a start there. Nothing really in. I mean, in 45, you may see some talented 45s or some players who can do some things at 45. Maybe not across the board, but maybe someone who can hit for power, or someone who can throw hard, or someone who's got great control, or something like that. So that's our minor league system. There's not a lot there. Couple of players that we have that have some potential, but not a ton there. Front office. Let's look at our personnel. So our team trainer is Adam Olson. Meh. I think maybe we fire Adam Olson and go after the GOAT, because I know he's in here. And those of you who have played out of the park baseball for a long time probably know who I'm talking about. The GOAT right here, Rick Jameson. We also have PJ Mainville, who isn't as good at anything as Jameson is. So we're just going to go and we're going to offer Ricky Boy there a 5-year contract. I think our scout was okay. Randy Flores. Favors tools, good. I mean, I would prefer highly favors tools. Let's see. I don't think there usually aren't. The scouts that are here in year one are usually old. So if you sign one, you usually are re-signing one the following year. Yeah, RJ Harrison is there, 34. He's been around for 34 years. DJ Zvilek might be okay. I mean, he's only slightly better than what we're dealing with, so we'll just leave our scout as is for now. Let's look at third base coach. I don't like Ron Warner, so we're going to go ahead and fire him. Stubby Clapp. He's excellent at everything, so we will leave him. So we need to find a third base coach now. What do we got? Jeff Fry Bo Jackson, of course. Jeff Fry Bo Jackson. Let's offer Jeff Fry a contract to be our third base coach. And then hitting and pitching coaches. Let's look at those. We've got Brant Brown, former big leaguer, right? Gets along with everybody well, so that's good. So we can stick with Brant. And then Dusty Blake is our pitching coach. Gets along with everybody fine. Yeah, I'm not going to make any changes there. I am going to let the AI fire and sign minor league personnel. I can't be bothered to go through all the different minor league systems and hire coaches. Sorry. Oh, I do also have cannot be fired on, because I'm not going to get fired, because that's not why I play this game. So, all right. What else do we need to do here in the initial video? I think we sim up to opening day, set our lineups and everything, and then call it an episode. I mean, that lineup doesn't look bad, truth be told. I wanted to scout. Yeah, we need to scout all of our players here. Request scouting reports. We can do it on everybody except for Helsley and Mikolas, because they both have very high scouting. Minor leagues. Scout everybody over Everybody over 50. And the game can just scout the rest of these guys. There's just so many players that are 40. Actually, you know what? I don't need to scout everybody over 45, but maybe the younger guys, anybody 22 and under, we can scout. That's probably okay, right? Koorobi is a name I know, so I'll scout him. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Gives our scouts something to do before the draft. Before the draft pool announcement. All right. So, is there anybody that potentially that's in AAA that we want to put on our big league roster for? I don't think so. Victor Scott's a good defensive outfit. He'll be the first one up if somebody gets hurt from an outfield perspective. We have how many outfielders do we have? We have 4. Okay. So it'll probably be Walker, Ciani, Newtbar with Burleson as the backup. All right. So I am going to, we're going to skip World Baseball Classic. I'm not interested in coaching for either of those. So it's going to ask me if I want to coach any of those teams. Rick Jameson, best offer. Jeff Fry, best offer. So we'll get up to opening day. We'll set rosters and everything. We'll look at the waiver wire. All right, so we get Jameson and Fry. We'll look at the waiver wire, and then we'll call it an episode. I want to try to keep these first couple of episodes to 30, 40 minutes. And then as we get into it a little bit, you guys know I like to do a little bit longer of a video just because I don't know, when I'm going to have time to record. So when I know I have time to record, I want to be able to do, multiple videos. So we can just go to opening day. It's not opening day for us. It's opening day for the Cubs and the Dodgers. So we'll let this sim ahead. Personal message. Yep, I'm not interested in. So Nicaragua, Colombia, Spain, and China qualified. What's the easiest bracket? Oh, probably this one. Japan's going to steamroll Australia, South Korea, Czechia, and Spain. This is a tough one here. Puerto Rico, Cuba. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I love the World Baseball Classic, man. I absolutely love it. All right, opening day. So my goal today, it is Friday. It's Friday morning. It's about 8:30. My goal is to record a couple of videos today. Hopefully record a couple of videos tomorrow. I have a birthday party to go to for one of my nieces, or actually for 2 of my nieces. But I hope to do some recording tomorrow night too. So I hope to have a bunch of videos, maybe to get us through the first full season, over the next 3 or 4 days. And then I'll record as I have time. Top 100 prospects, Roki Sasaki. My gosh. What an absolute beast. Sebastian Walcott, Roman Anthony, Andrew Painter, Max Clark, Dylan Cruz, Noah Schultz, Samuel Basala, Walker Jenkins, Kumar Rocker. All right, so it's opening day. Let's look at the waiver wire. What do we got from is this everybody? This is everybody. Oof. Got Jose Budo. Had a good season last year for the Mets. Fly ball guy. Forrest Whitley. He was supposed to be a stud. Wasn't he a first-round pick? Yeah. He was supposed to be a stud. Tyrone Taylor's really good defensively as well. Yeah, I don't think I want any of these players. All right, so we will get to... Well, it's opening day, so we may as well set everything, right? So let's... I don't think I'm going to make any changes to the pitching staff here. Yeah, I mean, those are our 5 big control guys. Liberatore and Mats should be our. Yeah, Mats is a setup man. This is a brutal pitching staff. One pitcher's got stuff over 50. King has got to be the loogie, right? Yeah. I think Romero. They're essentially both specialists. That's brutal. Okay. Yeah, our pitching staff's terrible. We'll bring Helsley in, or our bullpen is terrible. Our starting rotation is just slightly below average. So we are going to go 110 pitches on everybody except for McGreevy. We'll limit him to 100. That's gross. All right, clear the lineups. All right, so Newbar will bat leadoff. As a lefty, Mason. Do we want? It wants Arenado batting second, but I don't know that that's. Maybe it is the right choice. Contreras, probably our number 4 hitter. Herrera, Burleson's not going to get the start. So yeah, I guess we do go Arenado to go lefty, righty, lefty. Then who's our 3 hitter? Walker's not quite ready yet. I mean, that once that power's there, he'll be fine, but not for now. 55. Yeah, he's got no splits whatsoever. I think we do this. So Contreras will be our number 4. Arenado will be our number 3. Mason Wynn will be our number 2. Then Gorman, that's second. And Jordan Walker in right. And Ivan Herrera. Do we want to go Herrera? I think we go Herrera then Walker. Yeah, Herrera's a more complete player, a more complete hitter right now. I forgot about the DH. Right, so Burleson is our DH. And we actually will move him up there. So we'll go Walker and then Ciani will bat ninth and play center field. Let's see what the AI wants to do with that. Wants Donovan every second game. No, I'll give Donovan every fourth game, every sixth game. I need Donovan playing, especially against lefties, need him playing a bunch. My phone is still beeping. I'm having lunch with somebody later today, and he was just confirming. So we got Donovan starting every fourth game, fifth game, sixth. So he'll start 3 times a week. And we'll do every 7th game here. So he'll start 4 times a week. No, I think this should be Luke and Baker, right? He'll start once a week there. All right, let's copy this. Let's paste this. What changes do we want to make against lefties? I think, do we go Baker over Burleson? Yeah. Excuse me. And I will tell you, those of you who are new to the channel, don't expect me to edit that out. I don't have the patience for that sort of thing. So if you're new to the channel, I apologize. I'm not a big editor of my videos. I tend to just post them as they are, unless I have to like pause and step away. You typically get what you get on my videos here. So that'll include noise from my chairs and my kids running around and me drinking coffee and all that. So, all right. So I think that's our lineup. Replace Baker I replace Burleson with Baker. Everything else I think stays the same. So let's go ahead and sim up to our first game, which is the 27th. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'll call it an episode there. And then I will come back immediately and record episode 2. And I think we will check out the 3D graphics, and I will let the game. Siani has got bronchitis. We got Packy Naughton, who's out for 11 months. And we got Zach Thompson, who is out for 2 weeks. He looks like he could be an okay starter. So, yeah, I think I'll come back on opening day. We'll let the game kind of play itself, and then we'll go from there. Our next game is on the 27th. So the Cubs and the Dodgers split a pair. All right, we are at the 27th. It's going to be the Twins and the Cardinals on opening day. Go ahead and save it so it don't lose my progress. Oh, no, we're not done yet. I have to do one other thing. As this is done saving, we need to go into strategy. Let's go to sabermetric. And then I want to kind of go through some of these players and change some of their strategies. So I want Mason Wynn stealing more. Whoa, that's aggressive base running. Is there anybody else? Siani needs to be running a lot. Jordan Walker, no. Lars Nootbaar looks like he can run a little. No, not really. Looks like Wynn and Siani, yeah. The other thing that I will probably do, and I don't want to, well, maybe we can do a couple of them now. When you look at development, they've changed some of the development sliders to a point where you can see the gains that they've received from what we've got here. So, like, I don't care if Ivan Herrera's running gets any better. We will put it all into his defense. I don't care if he's slow as molasses. I want that defense to get better as a 24-year-old. So as the season progresses, you'll see what that effort, what sorts of gains you've gotten here. So we can scroll through and see if there's anybody we truly want to mess with. Wilson Contreras, the BABIP. I mean, that affects his contact, so I think that's probably okay. Brendan Donovan, no, was fine there. Nolan Gorman, what do we want Nolan Gorman working on? He's just an okay second baseman. The power, I don't want him to lose any power, but we definitely need him to have, oh, and then we can prevent the AI from changing this. I should go back up here and do this with Herrera as well, so that the AI doesn't mess with it. Yeah, we want Gorman working on that contact. His power, 70 power is fine. Arenado is focusing on his BABIP. Mason Wynn, yeah, I don't care about his power defensively. He's pretty darn good already. I don't want to mess with it because I don't want him to regress in anything. So I think we just leave Mason Wynn on the training plan he's on. And then Siani's still focusing on his defense. Yeah, that's fine. Is it, though? I mean, this gives us... Yeah, that's fine. Defense and speed. And then Jordan Walker, we need him focusing on that power. We need that power going up. And the eye, frankly. So bring the gap power down. Bring the power up. Defense down a little and add that to speed. And see how that affects his power. Maybe we can get that number to jump up soon. All right, so that is going to do it for episode 1. So when we come back, which for me is going to be right now, for you it'll probably be tomorrow, we will jump into the season. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching episode 1, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.